Hello and welcome to the third matchup of today for us, and the third matchup for DK and LGD as well. We are, or the second actually, we are seeing them in the group stages of the International 3. We are with the DK on the Dire side and with LGD on the Radiant side, and also with Beatis, who is my co-caster for the event. Welcome back.
Thank you. Sorry for the mic problems. I think all should be well now on my end for in-game. Tweet at me at Dota if there's any problems so I can fix it ASAP. Other than that, I'm excited to see DK versus LGD. I think for me this is the game of the day. This is two top Eastern teams, and DK's got something to prove because they haven't been at the tip top of Chinese Dota for a while. They've been at the top, right? But they haven't been the absolute best. They've always been playing, for the past year, they've been playing second fiddle to LGD and IG. They're there, but they're not the very best, and you know that they want to perform. This is Burning's last event. They want to bring home a championship for him. So
bring home $1.3 million for him.
Yeah, they've definitely got a chip on their shoulder. They've got something to prove, and I want to see if they can bring it.
Well, so far, DK has 2-0. So they won 2 games. LGD, same story.
Yep, LGD looked really convincing when we casted them earlier, and supposedly DK just had their way with Dignitas.
Yeah.
So
it was,
this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, the bands are nothing special, I guess. I mean, OD, Chen, as well as the Alchemist and the Batrider. I have to say though, DK is the Asian team that I know has been trying out IO quite a few times in official games as well. So maybe we're gonna see something like that. Of course, Lifesteal already there is one of the carries that is actually working pretty nice with the IO because you can invest and all of a sudden you can rotate 3 people around the map. LGD already securing the Visage for them. I mean, that's a solid support pickup right there. And
that's something that they've picked up so frequently.
Yeah.
Just all Eastern teams have been picking up Visage very, very early, and it's starting to catch on in the West too. A lot of Western teams are doing the same. And while DK Lifesteal, that's a really, really strong dual carry for mid-game aggression. DK as a solo mid is never going to crush his lane, really. He's always even with whoever he's against. Because he's just a standard bottle crowing farmer in middle lane. He gets his levels, he starts pressuring your tower a bit. Once he has his ult, he can gank very easily. He's a great initiator. And same thing with Lifesteal, he's a great initiator once he gets his levels going. And he's very strong in lane as well.
Yeah, we've actually seen DK combining the Dragon Knight with the IO up a couple of times. Of course, Dragon form with the overcharge is pretty nice to have. So who knows, maybe we're gonna see something like that. Magnus picked up by LGD again. Yao's Magnus, 100% for LGD so far. Let's see if they can make it work this time as well.
Could be Director A playing the mag. It doesn't have to be Yao. But it's probably gonna be Yao.
I am hoping for Tidehunter solo mid.
Yep. But Yao could always play the offlane again.
Yeah.
That's something that LGD does that I really like. They've got that flexibility within their players to put them on their better hero in the better lane matchup for that hero as well. It's nice to see. And it's a quality of one of the best teams, so.
Yeah, by the way, if there's anything wrong with my audio or with the stream or anything like that, my internet browser is not working, so I cannot see anything that people are saying. So if there's something wrong, make sure that Beatis reads it somewhere.
5 seconds remaining.
That's the only way. So we have a Tinker band out as well as the anti-mage Tinker band out because DK, I mean, the threat of maybe a bit of more pushing lineup could still be there. And they just want to deny that one. We still have the Nature's Prophet in the pool, by the way, should DK want to have that, even more rotation power. I'm still expecting them to go for the IO. Actually.
IO would be nice, but it's not necessary with their heroes.
10 seconds remaining.
I want to see DK ban out another hero that's going to benefit a lot from Magnus's power here.
Remaining.
They could maybe even look at something like PL as a hero for them to ban out. Something like PL would be hard for them to fight against, in my opinion.
You mean on DK's side, right?
Yeah, for DK to ban.
Okay, yeah.
They could also ban out something like Juggernaut as well. Juggernaut's a pretty common pickup when your opponent has lifesteal, at least in the Western scene. That way, both tri-lanes are pretty strong, and both teams are a little bit afraid to initiate. Although lifesteal does have a pretty easy time farming against the Jug, and wow, they decided to take out Naga. Another good hero that I just wasn't thinking about. Which is odd because in the last series, during the draft, that was all I was talking about, was when Naga was going to get picked, and how that hero was just going to be the thing of this event.
Well, Naga got completely ignored in the first matchup of the day, right?
Yep. Neither team wanted to play it at all. But here, like, Naga plus Magnus is a pretty solid combo because you can line up a skewer and bring a couple heroes into a huge RP. Or just line up an RP if they're out of position miserably.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, let's see what DK goes for next. They only have 50 seconds left in their bonus time.
Reserve time.
I'm
imagining
kind of
that
worried.
these two picks are going to be DK's support duo.
Okay, because I'm kind of worried that DK will be maybe a bit too greedy. Because so far, it could still be another core. Could still be another...
It could be, but I doubt that they're going to go that way. Like, usually, when you lead with two cores, you're going to follow up with a really strong support duo. And you get them together, that way it can't get banned out.
Wow.
Wow, Tree!
Wow.
Oh my.
Oh my. So we have not seen Tree and Protector the entire day. Not banned, nor picked. Was he actually banned in one of the games?
He was banned, yeah, I think.
I think, yeah, one of the games.
Or one of the games against Liquid, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. But we see him right here. So, in comes a Weaver. ROTK's Weaver is pretty damn scary. I have seen that first-handed. And that is definitely a possibility here for DK.
5 seconds
It
remaining.
really is, and oh boy. That is so annoying to play against. I want to see LGD's response to this. Tree pickup.
Well, let's see.
They need another
1.5
supporter so they could get something that can burn off the living armor, such as THD. Or they could go for a hero like Rubik. Rubik is really good as a defensive hero against Tree. You can, if you're getting dove, you can just lift the person and throw them away to be able to get out yourself. You can steal Tree armor, which is always nice. Having Tree armor on your team when the other team actually has the hero is super good. Because a Rubik is always going to be more useful than a Tree, if he has Tree armor. Oh, he actually has a disable and a nuke that does stuff. Because let's face it, Tree's nuke is not a very strong nuke.
No.
It's a good heal, but it's not a good nuke. LGD Gaming taking a long time to think about what they want to do here. Maybe they're thinking about which carry they want to go for. They might be thinking about a possible Coddle PL.
Maybe they want to pick up the Weaver themselves, denying it to DK that way.
Yeah, that's another viable option. This is a very important pick from LGD. And they know that, that's why they're taking so much time.
Well, they're taking all their times, I mean...
Sand King, wow!
We have seen this as well!
DK's turn to pick.
I have flashbacks, I mean, it's been quite, like, it's been a week since I casted Asian Dota. So, Visage Sand King is gonna be slow, followed up by a Burrow Strike. It's a very strong roaming combination. However, it does not really tick off the refraction charges that fast. Refraction, I mean living armor.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Sand King and Visage both have good defensive capabilities to not get killed by Weaver, which is key. Because Weaver with Tree Armor that's diving you isn't going to be able to deal with Sand King just going invisible. Visage can slow his attack speed and get really fast himself, which is super good for getting away. And
5 seconds
that's just that's important when you're against Tree Weaver, because Weaver Tree's success hinges upon the Weaver just snowballing out of control early game with the survivability that Tree provides. But if you can't snowball if you don't get kills, and you don't get kills against heroes, you just can't kill.
Yeah.
So that's why I like the choice of Sand King. And Furin, another hero that can just get away.
Sorry for the cat sounds, by the way, in the meantime. But yeah, Nature Prophet, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah,
Solid push.
Yeah.
There's a lot of damage coming out of this LGD lineup this game. And every game that they've gone for a, or the first two games for 4 Protect 1, this game is not going to be 4 Protect 1 with a Furion pick.
Reserve
It could still
They're going to
be.
have more of a split push lineup. I guess it technically could be. The Furion could go for like a mech and just
10 seconds
ball up
remaining.
and try to not split push, but I don't see why he would. The popular theme on Furion is just to be split push heavy nowadays, and then work towards a Hex later on in the game after you have your Midas and your Lothars.
And look at that ban out. I mean, they have enough with the AoE combinations that LGD brings out. LGD ban out the Doom. I'm still expecting maybe an IO pickup, we'll see. But the Faceless Void indeed removed for LGD. And I mean, they already have got pretty nice team fight though. You are having an RP into an epicenter. Pretty nice. Burrow strikes. Woot. I like it.
The LGD's just picked heavy team fight revolving around a Magnus every single game so far. And it's like I said earlier about the metagame thing and how each LAN has a different metagame that's shaped by the players there. It's really interesting to watch that evolve and look at what the strong teams try to set up.
Well, DK is one of the stronger teams. They pick up an Enigma, so in comes Black Holes.
Excellent. Something that everybody likes to see. And now LGD needs their carry.
Is this basically forcing LGD to be maybe going aggressive trialing? I mean, they're pretty vulnerable right now. And that would mean that the living armor won't be there for the Weaver.
Nyx is a hero that is super defensive and hard to initiate on. So, ooh, Morphling, wow. Morphling is a hero that gets a lot out of Empower from a Magnus. He doesn't get the cleave, but he gets a lot of damage because all of his damage is based on agility. So, well, it just insane amounts of damage late game. Plus, Morphling isn't gonna need a BKB this game at all, I don't think. So, it's even better because the Empower is never gonna get taken off of him. And Jiawei playing the Furion starts the Bazzi immediately. Yeah, once again pulled by DD plus the 3 branches.
Yeah, he's actually going mid.
To go over who's playing what for LGD Gaming.
Yep.
Jiawei on the Furion, offlane / jungle. Mid is Yao on the Magnus. DDC is going to be playing the Visage. Sylar has been pulled 1 piece of regen. He is playing the Morphling. And the Sand King is going to be played by DD.
Yeah, and that is everybody on the side of the Radiant. On the side of the Dire, we have Burning playing the Weaver this time, so no RTK Weaver, but Burning Weaver. So that will be interesting to see. RTK playing the Lifestealer instead. And the lanes are still quite unorthodox. Maybe RTK instead the jungle, assuming that Burning is going to go on the safe lane. We have Super going mid up on his DK. Treant Protector sitting bottom, MMY playing that one, and also bottom-ish is QQQ, who is gonna deny a creep and probably gonna be moving into the jungle afterwards, but not really sure just yet. It might be a semi. How do you think that these teams are gonna lane this?
I don't know. I definitely think LGD tri-lane bottom for Sylar.
Yeah.
That's an easy choice. That's an easy call. You know what LGD is gonna be doing most of the time. They're not really a super unorthodox team. But on bottom lane, they have ROTK who's going to start bottom. He might rotate it back into the jungle. QQQ definitely going to start off into the jungle after walking back to the fountain and denying bottom early. They could technically run both heroes in the jungle, but I think they want to let MMY playing this Treant get some levels off of the creep pull. And Jiawei is doing a good job of dragging some creeps, and he's going to get some experience for himself this way. Ooh, actually, MMY with a good pull, abusing the fact that the satyrs spawn in that camp and have a ranged attack. He's able to get one of the creeps pulled back.
Well, it's gonna help him farm a bit here as well. And these creeps are. Oh, wait a second. Burrow strike up on R2K. Living armor already off there. He might be killed here. There's still a rage up. R2K not forced to use it though. He is forced to use himself. But up against this trial lane, he is having his work cut out for him because this is not an easy lane whatsoever. I was still expecting to have the Weaver on the off lane, but I guess Lifestealer off lane has been done before as well, I believe, even with the very lineup. Kind of interesting to note though, should he have been on the Weaver, there are no sentries for LGD on this bottom lane. So they were expecting this perhaps.
Yeah, They just saw that burning was playing the wave and like, yeah, burning off, and that's not happening. They know DK too well.
Siler in the meantime, free last hitting. He should be able to get ahead here. Burning getting harassed a little bit here. I mean, again, same story as we saw from KSI for Virtus Pro in one of the previous games with Zao8, the one now on the Nature's Prophet. He can just spend his time trying to make the life of DK a bit tougher and getting behind a bit for himself, but at some point he'll be able to catch up again. In the meantime, Super in this mid lane also not really having an easy time in terms of harassment. He is ahead on last hits though.
And that's the lane, like I said at the very beginning when DK was picked. This is the lane that should be even. They shouldn't be able to kill each other. They should be relatively even on farm throughout the entirety of the game.
So it's kind of like a skill matchup then, because at some point one will get ahead. Question is who gets ahead first. Maybe we're gonna see some rotation of supports.
Yeah, that'll be based on ganks or who's winning the early game, whose team. I also think it's more likely the mag is gonna rotate out to gank, and that might be when DK is just like, okay, I'm gonna ult and take your tower as an exchange for you ganking.
Could be a possibility. Both have, of course, got bottles, using it quite heavily. I wonder if LGD is able to kill off our RTK here at some point on this bottom lane. They don't have anything they can do up against that rage, though. I mean, there's going to be a slow and a burrow strike. RTK is going to be able to live through that, and is going to run away, and only when really need be, he is using his rage. So in theory, he should not die.
If he gets burrow strike, he's gonna maybe die. He's gonna be so low on HP. Plus Siler has boots already, so it'll be close. They have a lot of magic damage to follow through, especially. Oh, never mind. They just have a lot of magic damage. Looking at Yao mid, something interesting to note. He did not opt for an early point of empower. Some mag players like to get 1 point in power to allow them to last hit better against another melee hero and have an advantage. Because if you look at the damage, 69 to 63, slight advantage for Yao, but it's relatively even. If he gets a point in empower, that's another 10 or so damage for himself. That is really helpful for getting the right click last hits. Instead, he's opting for more of a bottle pro build that allows him a higher rank of skewer to go for kills. And I like that build more because it's a more aggressive build.
Okay, well, so far he hasn't really been able to use it just yet. And he's actually behind on last hits now by quite a bit. By 5 last hits, Super is ahead. So, doing a good job there. In the meantime, DK is pushing on the top lane, having QQQ out of the jungle as well. Some Treon's trying to pull the creep wave back, but they're getting killed off quite definitely by DK. And Nature's Prophet tries to do what he can, but well, we're still going to see this tower taking a ton of damage and might actually go down. Same time, LGD tries to do the same. DD is actually looking for maybe burrow strike, but living armor came out again. Surprise! That's a tower dead. Boom.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Siler's doing a really good job of sitting on top of this tower when Naix does have creeps there and just denying them away from Naix, not letting him get anything. And that might seem small, but that's actually huge because this Naix is only 10-0 CS. He's the same exact CS as Furion.
Top tower is under attack.
And he's had the opportunity to get a bunch more than that under his tower, but Siler just denied him of it.
Oh, Dragon Tail? Nah, Super can't go on this. Just harass the owl away. Uses Dragon Form though, and meantime tier 2 should be dying as well. Burning. Be very aggressive.
Tower is under attack.
Seeing if he can find a bit of hits. Gemini attacks
Really,
up on Zao8.
Really strong early push coming out here. Nigma does get the last one on that tower.
Again, I mean, he got the one on the previous tower as well. That's a rich one.
It's gonna help him get a really quick mech. He's already got a buckler and a headdress. Burning's not too happy about not being able to get those last hits, but hey, they got 2 towers, so he's happy. Good start for DK.
Yeah, LGD want to do the same thing. They're pushing on the bottom lane. I'm expecting some TPs to come in, though, to defend this. There is still fortification as well. They could attempt to fight this. However, they might be fighting up against an RP if Magnus shows his face there as well.
Ooh, DK trying to get a haste, but it's going to be taken away by Zao8 and Furion. If DK had gotten that haste, there definitely would have been an engagement on bottom, but since he
Dire's
didn't,
bottom tower
there's
has
not going to
fallen.
be anything going on. There's also no TP or boots on Enigma, so he doesn't want to fight right now. He wants to finish that mech and then look to take a fight and push down more objectives.
And they have a lineup that is very mid-game heavy as well. I mean, that Dragon Knight with his dragon form, especially once you get level 2, can push down buildings very fast.
Yep. I'm surprised that he used his dragon form already and didn't get more damage on the mid tower. He's only got 141 damage dealt to it. Usually you see DKs like tank 1 or 2 tower hits just to get 1 or 2 hits to keep the poison flowing on the tower.
Yeah.
But Super opted to play more careful this game, which you can't blame him for. This is the International.
Yeah.
Don't wanna be a little bit greedy and pay for it.
Because if you do pay for it, you might pay with quite a large amount of money. Oh, ROTK rages just in time. No weave damage. Sylar backs off. Living armor doesn't work when you rage, so the tree gets himself some heals. Awesome. Oh, Dragon Tail up on Yao. He does have a skewer and an RP, but in comes QQQ. Nice dodge for the RP got. Oh, that's a black hole wasted. Actually the wow. The skewer wanted to go for an RP. He skewered out of the black hole. He didn't go for his RP because he got Malefist. And then he walked away.
He was already out of range of the black hole when he skewered.
Yeah.
That was really close though. Actually having
and they're gonna go for it. The Sprout up on Super. He doesn't have tangles, gets Burrow striked, and now the RP hits. That's gonna be a kill. That's gonna be our first blood right there. Yao.
Yao's gonna die for it though. Burning's like, hey, I've got tree armor. I'm going in.
Yep. He is a weaver. He can do this stuff.
Alright, he did
Okay, he
stop.
cannot do this
there was
stuff.
a creep wave. I'm gonna go ahead and say that creep wave was the only reason why he stopped there.
Okay.
He is gonna convert this into a push though.
Yeah, look at all those Eidolons. Actually, the Eidolons are gonna die. Never mind that. So that's still gonna be a lot of damage to the tier 1. No fortification up. And actually, DD is able to pull the creep wave away. Burning can take some tower hits for this though. He has got the time lapse, but again, playing safe.
He's got the time lapse in the living armor.
Yeah. Next creep wave, perhaps. Tower in the end, not taking that much damage. It's a 1-for-1 trade in the end in the mid lane. A lot of rotations being used for both teams. Of course, first blood goes away of LGD, so they get ahead there. But DK not seeming too sad though. I mean, getting burning a kill is quite big.
LGD also using a lower cooldown ultimate to get their kill. Ul is 3 minutes. They only have 2 minutes on RP, so
yeah.
let's factor that in as well.
Are we counting that black hole with the same fight? Because that was just a bit awkward. I already forgot about it.
Jeez. How can you ever forget about a PGG hole?
Well, it's like it's courtesy to QQQ.
Okay, fair enough.
He now has got his mechanism, by the way.
Yeah, that mech should signal fight. Yep, there's a smoke immediately.
He still doesn't
right when
have
you get
boots,
a mech,
though.
I'm sorry, what?
Like QQQ doesn't have boots still.
Doesn't matter. He's got a mech.
Okay.
Having that mech is such a strong heal that makes it so they're way stronger than their opponents right now.
Well, that's an easy kill. No mechanism needed for that one. Maybe they can catch someone.
Tower.
Sylar has an invis rune though. He is able to get himself away, but tower indeed.
DK did pop his ult, so DK's DK did use his DK ultimate. They don't want to waste that.
How long did you wait to say that one?
Alright, anyway. Super doing super amounts of damage to this tower.
Wow, this is only our third matchup of the 6th, you know? The 6th that will be there.
I'm gonna be delirious by the last one.
Yep. Looks like they are gonna try to defend their tier 1 tower. In comes a very aggressive TP from the Enigma. But without boots, he's not that threatening. Oh, actually he has boots! Never mind that. Awesome.
Yeah, they got the tower, they got him his boots. But LGD was like, okay, we can't fight you because you just got the spec, you just gotta pick off on our Visage. We're gonna try to get whatever we can out of this and go for a trade. They almost got a tower, not quite. But now they've got level 6 that just popped on DDC's Visage, which is huge as well. Yeah. Took him a little while to get there, but he's got it now, and that'll definitely help them out. They also have 6 on their Sand King. Meanwhile, this tree, he's level 6, working on level 7. Something I want to talk about the tree that I don't think gets mentioned enough is the difference between Western and Eastern trees. Western trees like to go for arcane boots They tend to get more points into Nature's guys and run out to try and set up ganks with Nature's guys and their ultimate. Whereas Eastern trees tend to always go for early medallion and just sit in the back of teamfights and spam medallion on whoever their right-click DPS is targeting. And I think the way that Eastern trees play is a lot better. And I started incorporating medallion into my own tree play after watching people like MMY play tree.
Radiant's middle tower has
No, he's
I'm a huge fan of that playstyle. I think it's really, really good.
I'm not quite sure where DD thought he was gonna go.
DD's hiding. He doesn't have a TP scroll, so he's gonna have to stun out again and try to predict when DK's gone by their positioning. And right now, it'd be obvious. Yeah, he's already out.
He's gonna be running all the way around the high ground. Tier 1, Tier 2 tower doesn't die. Mechanism gets used though. DK could use this as a fake back, I think. They have got the black hole, they've got boots up on QQQ.
They've got no mana on burning though.
Yeah.
He does have some stick charges, but just no mana at all. And his teammates don't have any pairs of arcane boots to help him out. Interesting to note is that Super is definitely working towards BKB, not working towards the Lothars. And Yao just finished off his Blink Dagger, which is obviously a big item pickup.
And one thing I want to mention, I mean, MMY...
Ow. Sylar, Ghost Scepter first.
Whoa,
Is he going straight shotgun?
I think so.
That is a
Oh,
manly build that you never see from the Chinese. And by never I mean rarely. Ever since Warframe Nerfed, I don't think I've seen shotgun first.
Well, who's he
By a
going to be able to
top
shotgun
player.
here? Weaver? Might die from it?
Yeah. Later on in the game, he could kill anyone. He could kill the Enigma off with it. He could kill DK before BKB, Trey. You could even pop it off on a hero like DK or Naix. Just pop 2 parts of it, don't wave in after, and try to force out their BKB. Like stop cast your wave or something to try to force BKB and play a mind game with them and bait them.
Yeah, then force them to fight while they weren't planning to fight to begin with. Which might put LGD ahead there, but first we have to see if it's actually going to be his next item. If he's not going to be getting, for example, maybe still Lincoln's or maybe Yasha or something like that beforehand. Roshan being attempted here, MMY already using the medallion, but it looks like LGD is aware that something like this is happening. They're going to fly the birds in to check, and they will scout out that this is happening. Can they do something against it though? Like, this is the area for Brilliant Black Hole by QQQ.
LGD can definitely play. They've got Blink on Mag.
True.
They're ready to fight.
They're gonna go in. Sylar
Here they
first.
go.
QQQ, mechanism used. He gets solo RP though. Overgrowth stops
Oh.
Yao. In comes the epicenter from DD. Burrow Striker ready. Now the black hole. QQQ still goes down. He takes a Visage with him though. Yao on the way out getting chased down by everybody of DK. He has got a blink again soon. No, never mind that. He is gonna be going down very soon. 2-4-1 for now in favor of DK. They should be able to take Roshan with this still without the Enigma. Still having the medallion. It should be doable.
And he was so close to catching the DK and then RP as well. He missed the DK, got Dragon Tail before he could skewer.
Yep.
And that was just a huge play from Super to give them the edge in that little skirmish.
Would you say it's a super play?
No.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, they're not going to go for Roshan again, so not without the Enigma, not without knowing that they're absolutely safe. By the way, I am very, actually, maybe even disappointed, but otherwise just, you know, surprised, something to point out. Black Hole got used. Rabbit, or sorry, RP got used. Epicenter got used. And only 3 people died.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Rank 1 for all 3 of those abilities.
I think it's a bit of a
They don't
shame.
face melt yet, Sheever. Just wait. Later on, they might face melt.
Maybe. We'll see. We have a tower tonight, by the way. Lifestealer managed to get that one, so that's pretty important. The 9 gold to LGD themselves. I mean, LGD is already a tower behind still. Actually, 2 towers behind even. And, I mean, all those tier 1s are just basically gold waiting to be picked up by LGD. Core gold that their supports really need. But having that tier 1 tower tonight is a pretty big deal for both teams. In terms of LGD, it's a bad big deal. In terms of DK, good big deal.
And this mid tower has been healed up by Tree to full.
It was
It used to
almost
be
in
at
deny
like
range.
175.
Yeah.
Now it's, you know, it's missing 59 HP because it's got a tree, being a tree. Goddamn tree.
Trees. And to be fair, I mean, maybe they could have healed the top tower as well. More
And
flame?
they wanted to focus on one.
That's a solo kill right there. And a pause needed by LGD. Burning got himself a kill without using time-lapse on the Morphling. And apparently Zoe can't get a pause because nobody gives it to him. Not quite sure how that works.
Yeah, Morphling did use his Ghost Scepter, he did use Replicate there, so... It's not like his mouse is connected or something. Or keyboard or whatever. That's odd. I did not see that kill coming at all.
Me neither. I mean, that's something that just doesn't happen.
Yeah, you don't expect that. It's a Morphling. That hero doesn't die.
Yeah, and nobody pays attention to Zoe calling out a pause. Weird.
Indeed. Tread's picked up by Furion. Smoke's picked up.
They're not sitting in the same room, right? No, they're sitting in different rooms. Interesting. Well, looks like they weren't needing pause anymore because they don't ask it again.
Evan Jowett actually did pick up a mech, by the way.
Okay, fair enough. And Midas there as well. He hasn't died yet. I mean, to be fair, I mean, we've only got 7 kills in this game in total for 17 minutes in. And I was complaining about the previous game. Oh well.
BKB's up for Weaver and DK. Enigma's working towards BKB. Invis bottle on DK. Armlet phase done on Weaver, and Arcane's to go with that medallion on the tree.
On the lifestealer, you mean, for the armlet, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Mag's picking up an illusion rune right now. He's also working on a BKB. So everyone's working on BKBs. Hopefully the Sand King gets a blink instead of a BKB.
I hope so. And he is saving up towards it.
Top lane, Sylar's getting harassed by burning.
So we see a bit of a replay from previous one. Nope, Sylar this time able to get himself up by his replicate. 4 heroes of LGD are on this bottom lane. With the RP as well as the Sand King Burrow Strike Epicenter waiting around. That's a lot of hatred that is gonna come the way of RTK if he shows himself too close to the LGD, which he is gonna do. Blink, RP, skewer down to the Sand King. Burrow Strike misses because the rage is on, and that is gonna be RTK trying to do something here. He is gonna get sprouted up, tries to run, doesn't have an infest just yet for another 5 seconds. In comes the rest of his team though, a living armor keeps him up. Now in comes Burning, looking for DDC. The Central Ward is up there. Burning, able to help kill off the Visage. Dragon Knight with the Breath of Fire, able to do the job. Sand King gonna be going inside the Sandstorm, but that's gonna be still infest damage. Breath of Fire in 2 seconds again. DD, he does have a TP, but that's not gonna be helping him at all. Dragon Tail, that's a kill. That's a killing spree for Super now with a double kill. In the meantime, Morphling does get a tier 1 tower mid, but I mean, that was a bit of a sad fight for LGD.
It was RP used, and they didn't get a single kill out of it. Mistimed abilities.
I mean, our R2K, he tanked a lot of damage right there, and he was able to walk out of it. Sylar pops a Ghost Scepter, Leech Seed there as well, but able to replicate. Morph into his replicate.
And he just gets right out. Smart of him, he doesn't want to take too much damage or have to morph too many stats. Just get out one to save your mana pool so you can keep farming. I don't know if E-Blade First is going to be the right choice for him this game.
I think he is in doubt as well.
It doesn't look like he yeah. Because he hasn't bought it yet, he's got 3,700 gold. Usually if it's E-Blade First, you just buy that and then you go hunting. Say good luck to the other team, but not doing it. You might be scared off because of all the BKBs that have been picked up already.
Yeah, I mean, they saw that Ghost Scepter, realizing, you know what? We need some BKBs. We have Drums now also up on RTK. I mean, for an off-lane lifestealer, he's doing really well for himself. He's still 3rd highest for the net worth for his team. 5th highest for the overall net worth. And everybody is very even with the top 2s of both teams. And that would be Morphling as well as Nature's Prophet, compared to Weaver and the Dragon Knight.
Yep. The one thing about this Furin build that I don't like is him having a mech means he doesn't have a Lothars. Means his split push isn't quite as effective.
Okay, Sylar still went for the Ethereal Blade, by the way. So he's gonna try it out right now. If he sees Burning, then he'll go. Probably. Maybe not. Maybe just get mexed up and walk away from Burning, who's there by himself. I was actually expecting just to try, like you said, just to try and force out that BKB.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a 10-second BKB ride, right? Yeah.
Yep. Smoke coming out from DK now.
Let's see how far they'll come. They find DDC. Again. In comes a slow. Yeah, that's one Dread Visage. Breathing Fire again to pick him up. Dominating for Super. Who has got 4 kills to his name right now. Been involved in 5 out of the 8. Pretty good job. And that's gonna be Weaver finding himself the Nature's Prophet, but yeah, that's not gonna work out. Age is getting reclaimed in 1 minute, but it doesn't look like Burning is actually planning on being there with his team. His team who is picking up the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. Fortification gets forced out. Tower will still die. There's only one tier 2 left standing on the side of LGD now. Ethereal Blades? No, not just yet. Burning gets himself out. And no detection here for these two, and they immediately back off. Because in comes the hunt from DK. 4 people here.
And Sylar heads towards top at the same time that Xiaoyu heads towards top. Both split pushers trying to split push the same lane because they know exactly where DK's movement is. Yeah.
DK wants to go for the last tier 2 tower. Making no secret of it. Actually, Super, he gets infested and he walks top. Let's see if he can get something with that Shadow Blade that he has.
Ooh, fresh Shadow Blades.
Yep, fresh Shadow Blades on the map is always a cause for some concern. However, yeah, that's, you know. Oh no. Gotta kill them all.
That is a replicate.
Yeah.
GG.
A very sad replicate, but replicate nonetheless.
You actually click on those images to see if it's a replicate or not. It'll display the replicate icon.
Oh. Well.
So if you gotta know to check that, but I guess I haven't played against Morph in so long. That's an easy mistake to make once, and then you realize and you're like, oh crap, and then you know exactly what to do next time.
In the meantime, we have a Gem of True set now also up. At least I saw it somewhere. Visage. No. Come on, I saw it just a moment ago. There we go, Lifestealer has it. I jumped over it. R2K has a Gem of True Sight. So, next time Sand King tries to hide inside a Sandstorm, he's not going to be safe anymore. And of course, most importantly...
Sand King's closing in on Blink.
Ooh, that's actually quite good. But yeah, there's quite a lot of wards up on the map for LGD. Not countered just yet. One just vanished, but we still have 2 up.
Sand King, like Blink done.
Let's get ourselves some big Blink epicenters. I mean, the team fight potential is pretty big, but they need to find a team fight first.
Yeah, LGD might smoke out now that they have this. Maybe. I don't know what else they could be waiting for. Unless they just want to force DK to be the ones to be aggressive.
Well, DK is ahead by quite a lot, actually. Their experience is almost 10k in their favor. Gold graph 7,500. In terms of late game, are you expecting because DK in my eyes has got the 3 carries, and LGD only has 2.5. I'm counting Nature's Prophet as a half one, especially because he picked up the mechanism. So I feel like LGD should be the one that should be feeling the most pressure here in this game to try and make things happen. Is that
yeah, I think they should feel the most pressure to make things happen just because they're behind.
Fair enough. Well, so far, the only thing they're making happen is trying to push out all lanes. Of course, split push is one of their strengths with the Nature's Prophet there. Who knows? Yep. We're almost having a BKB up on Yao as well. I say almost, but he still needs 1k gold.
I want to see who gets the item for DK that'll shut down the split push. They need either a Hex or an Orchid or something. They do get a Desolator up onto the Weaver. They do have a nice Shadow Blade on the DK, which will help. But they need like a Basher or something on the Snakes, and he's going for Nest and Y instead.
And we have got an Infest here for Super, by the way. He's got a Shadow Blade up again, so he's gonna look for some action. DD is already sitting ready for in case there is a team fight.
Bottom tower is under attack.
See if he wants to try. Actually, I think they might want to try and go for this. No, he's TPing out. Never mind that. And that's going to be a tier 2 tower down. That's the last tier 2 tower sitting on the side of LGD. They're not even going to pretend to defend it. And by the way, I was going to say, there's a gem on the ground there. And that's going to be picked up by Yao. Bought by DDC. That's outer towers down. In comes DK towards the top lane, but Tyler already reforming himself out. LGD just not willing to fight just yet.
And yeah, immediately passes gem to DDC. So Visage can use it.
We're scouting out with this bird, seeing if there's stuff on the high ground. Always great to have. They still haven't scouted out this ward though. I like this ward from DK a lot. From the
yeah, the one your camera's on. Yeah. That is a decent ward.
They will counter. Yeah, they will find it now.
Yep.
In the meantime, bottom lane, Zhao 8, a lot of trouble. Zhao 8 dead. Mechanism is still used, and he actually hexes up QQQ, but Burning still with the kill. He uses his BKB for that though. That was the first BKB charge. Burning really did not want to get hexed.
And if you got hexed, then they might have had to blow a hole or something in order to get that kill. Blowing a BKB is a lot smaller cooldown, and a smarter play. Plus, getting that kill, look at that, that's free Roshan.
No, no split push to worry about.
Yep. The Chinese players are really mechanically sound, and they know exactly what they need to do to get the kills. And that was just, it looks like a weird choice to just use your 10-second BKB for one kill, but that one kill, that was the lowest cooldown they could have used for it, that got them an Aegis, and that's going to allow them to pressure a tier 3 tower, and probably get a tier 3 tower, with the way that teams defend their bases and the way the Chinese assault bases.
Yeah, and Eidolon's definitely helpful for that, as well as Dragonite. He did not pick up the Aegis, it was Weaver actually that got the Aegis. But Dragonite can still push down towers fairly fast, and he's fairly tanky as well. Going for Zhao 8 here, can get the Dragon Tail up on him. Is there a bit of a follow-up here? Look at that lightning just flying. Super gets hexed though. And no follow-up coming in time for DK to help take down that Nature's Prophet again.
And since Super on this DK has his rank 2 ultimate, he can just go poke the tower once, back out, poke the tower back out, rinse and repeat to just get damage on it. Burning's like, hey team, we have an Aegis, let's slow push their base, and his team's just sitting mid, ignoring him.
Well, they're gonna be pushing in 2 lanes.
They're going on, yeah, they're going on 2 lanes at once.
Burning on the bottom lane already.
They aren't taking this slow at all.
Nope, they're just thinking, you know what, well, we can take 2 lanes at the same time. Burning actually rotating back mid. The fortification now gone. This means that this tower probably will die. Burning still has that Aegis, so he doesn't need to worry too much about his HP. Super indeed just trying to get as many heads in there as possible. Gets actually a Dragon Tail up on Zhao 8. There comes an RP up on 3, but there's no follow-up damage there. And in comes the BKBs for everybody. They already cat out Zhao 8. They now kill off Yao as well. DDC will be the next target. We form, or time lapse out for Burning. Tier 3 will go down. And DK very composed going back to the Rex. No diving for them. That's one lane Rex down, and that was a brilliant RP, but Sylar just not having the damage just yet to do anything about that.
Yep.
That's gonna be a tier 3 on the bottom lane, perhaps down as well. There is still an epicenter for DD though. Gets a burrow strike up on Burning, who still has that Aegis. That's gonna be DD dead. Triple Ds.
He used his shotgun, or well, he used his Ethereal Blade once on Nax, once on Burning, and neither time to do enough damage.
Nope. It's gonna be ranged Rex as well. That's 2 lane Rex without even having a major big ass team fight. Apart from, well, it wasn't really a. It was a big team fight, but nobody really died apart from 2 of an LGD.
Yeah, there's not been a lot of dying in this game.
No.
The teams are focused on playing defensively and getting objectives when they have the opportunity, and that's really showing in the kill score.
Well, 15k gold now in favor of DK after that fight. 12k or 20k experience going the way of that one. And of course that's mostly seeable in the levels of the Weaver, who is level 19. And they actually open up on Zhao 8, who will indeed go down here. Gets Ethereal Bladed to try and maybe stay alive. He tries to TP himself out, but there's too much damage there incoming. Sylar knows he has to TP himself out into safety. Ownage being called. DK hasn't died in a while. GG gets called. That is LGD tapping out. They've had enough. BK's get popped for Joyce for Joy. QQQ epicenters.
Yeah, that's a
fun stuff.
super intelligent game out of DK. They played it slow. They played to their line of strengths, and they just took advantages when they had the opportunity. They didn't try to overplay at all, and it was just a really mechanically executed game.
Well, very solid for them. DK winning their first game for these 2 matches that we're gonna see between them, between DK and LGD. For now, DK take up the #1 spot in Group A. We're gonna see if they're gonna be sharing that #1 spot with LGD, or if we're gonna be having DK just ruling the show on day #1. So stick around with us, because we're gonna see DK and LGD once more for the international 3 group stages.